starts now. Tracking winter weather.
The snow is here, and it is awfully cold in central Mississippi. Good afternoon. I'm Wilson Stribling.
And I'm Joy Redmond. Today's big story, the snow. It's back in the metro. We have a live look outside for you now at I-55 and High Street. And actually, this is I-55 at Clay Street. Now, that would be up going toward Vicksburg is what you're looking at there. It's not too different of a scene here, though, in the Jackson Metro. We do have snow-covered roadways out there. And again, you can see that the snow has fallen throughout the morning. And now here is Michael with a look at more of this winter weather.
That's right here.
Let's
take a look at the traffic toward the Jackson International Airport. There's Highway 475 US 80. Traffic moving. That's the good thing. This is not a situation where you're going to have a big pile up of snow on the roads of 6 to 12 inches. Nothing like that. The problem is temperatures are running in the 20s, so anything that falls will create a layer of ice on the roads, creating very dangerous travel issues. And we're seeing that all across central Mississippi today. And here's the problem. Jackson getting a little bit of a break right now, but you just saw that MDOT camera back in West Mississippi and Vicksburg. That's another band of moderate snow coming through. And again, it's moving on to the east. And we just saw the latest radar update. So if this holds together, it will continue to move across Interstate 20. Newman's coming into Edwards right now. Then the western part of Hinds County as we speak. And in fact, it's beginning to expand just a little bit. So this will be very similar in and around Jackson to what we saw earlier today, just a couple of hours ago. So another round of this coming through. Back in Louisiana, we are still waiting on the dry air to shut this off. Right now, it's just not happening. You can see some pockets of a little bit of decreasing in intensity here over the southwest part of Mississippi, but still continuing to build back out to the west. So bottom line here, over the next several hours through at least mid-afternoon, we will have periods of moderate snowfall, most of us less than 2 inches. I know that's not a big deal compared to the snow we had back on December the 8th. But on that snow event, we had temperatures hovering around freezing. The ground temperatures were warmer. It was the perfect setup. We had 6 up to 8 inches of snow in some locations, and the roads were okay. This is completely the opposite. Very little in terms of measurable snow, less than 2 inches, but with temperatures in the 20s, cold ground temperatures, we are actually going to have much worse travel problems than we did with that snow back on December the 8th. We'll talk more about this and the extreme cold that we will deal with over the next couple of days in our full forecast. So please stick with us.
Well, the snow from the sky to the roads, we've got you covered on the First Alert Action Day today. As you know, Mississippi drivers not accustomed to driving in the snow.
Heather, your side is keeping a close eye on traffic and the storm's effect on the roadways. We've got David Kenny joining us live from the Madison Parkway Bridge, which had to be shut down. David, how's it looking out there now?
Yeah, we still have light snow falling right now, a little bit on the roadway. Take a look down here. They closed this road and this bridge this morning because ice and snow was accumulating on there, and you can see why. We have less than an inch, but still, they deemed it too dangerous to drive across. You can see more accumulations up there on the bridge that comes at a curve, so they just said it was too dangerous to drive. Now, today we took a drive from Richland all the way up to Gluckstadt in Madison County. We went past the stack. Traffic was moving along there, but that roadway, that overpass, because it is elevated, was starting to ice over. During that drive, we saw numerous wrecks and accidents on numerous bridges that had also iced over. So the driving is very treacherous right now. It is dangerous. These bridges are icing over. People are getting into wrecks. They're losing control on these iced roadways. So my advice right now is to not drive at all. Even if you have to go somewhere, you may just want to wait until tomorrow because these roadways have iced over, and as those cold temperatures continue to come in here, and as Michael just said, we're still going to get some more snow because it hasn't tapered off. The moisture is still there, so these roads and bridges are only going to get slicker and more dangerous. So right now we saw Madison police responding to numerous wrecks. We saw a rollover accident just north of there in Gluckstadt, and even more wrecks in the city of Jackson where people are going over these elevated surfaces that have iced over and become very dangerous. So driving right now, very treacherous. It's probably not a good idea. If you can stay at home, that is the best advice I can give you right now. In Madison, David Kenny, 3 on your side.
All right, David, good stuff. Thanks so much. Well, snow continues to fall across parts of the state right now, and as you can see, it's coating roads and bridges with ice.
Yeah, Ashley Garner's been monitoring travel conditions all morning long, and she joins us live now from I-55 and Fortification Street in Jackson. Ashley.
Yeah, Wilson, right now, light snow flurries coming down here in Jackson. I want you to take a look at I-55 here behind me. Not a lot of traffic out here on the roads, but you can see a little bit of snow there in the distance. The flurries have been falling across Jackson for several hours now, and we did see earlier in the entrance of bridges along I-55, we saw several highway patrol vehicles at those entrances with their blue lights on, possibly as a warning to people to drive slowly due to the ice. Now, conditions somewhat going downhill since it started around 7 this morning. MDOT is reporting ice on roads and bridges across the state, and crews are continuously monitoring the conditions and putting salt and other materials on roadways as needed. They're saying if you don't have to get out today, you're encouraged to stay home. I want you to take a look now at the Fortification Street Bridge here. Not a whole lot of ice on here, but it's possibly black ice on roads and bridges across the state. So definitely want to take it safe and slowly as you're driving over these bridges today, as conditions are expected to possibly get worse later in the day as the temperatures continuously go down. Be sure to stick with WLBT News and msnewsnow.com for the latest updates. Live in Jackson, Ashley Garner, 3 on your side.
All right, Ashley, now we're going to move north of there to the town of Flora.
Yeah, Morgan Wagner joining us live now along Highway 49. And Morgan, what do you see?
It has really started to come down out here right now. We had a break for a second, but the snow is really starting to come down now, Joy. On my way up here, I did see 2 cars that looked like they had some trouble, maybe hit some black ice over on I-220, but as of 49 here, we are starting to see a little accumulation. Again, that ground temperature is still a little warm, so it is melting, but I took a few turns and I could feel my wheels kind of catch some ice. So we really need to be careful as we're headed out on the roads today. Again, like I was saying, this field behind me was probably more brown than white when I got here, but again, it is slowly starting to fill up as bigger chunks of snow start to fall from the sky. Continue to stay with us, and we'll continue to watch these snow conditions. Live in Flora, Morgan Wagner, 3 on your side.
All right, Morgan, the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency is urging you to stay at home if at all possible. They say remember the 4 Ps. First, people. Make sure everyone is as safe and as warm as possible. Pets, bring them inside. Then pipes, wrap and insulate any exposed pipes. Let indoor faucets drip to prevent damage. And plants, protect any important plants you have by covering them or bringing them inside as well.
Now, a lot of schools and offices are closed today, including some that had planned to open late. Take a look at your screen. Jackson State, no classes today. All of the campuses closed there because of the weather. And then all of Alcorn State University's campuses are closed today as well. Delta Technical College in Ridgeland shut down, and all driver's license offices in North and Central Mississippi closed as well. All city offices in Jackson also closed today, and tonight's city council meeting has been canceled. Also, the meeting for the Hinds County Board of Supervisors, that has been canceled as well.
Well, the weather is impacting air traffic at the Jackson Medgar Wiley Evers International Airport. All flights from Jackson to Houston have been canceled today, and some arriving flights are delayed. If you have a flight today, keep checking to ensure that it is on time if it is flying at all. And we're not the only southern state getting snow. Many other places down here are getting a cold dose of winter. Nicolette Schleisman reports on conditions in Louisiana from the Raycom newsroom in Shreveport.
I'm here just south of downtown Shreveport, just off of I-20, where just a few minutes ago an accident finally cleared, allowing for traffic to flow freely on I-20 once again after almost 2 hours of being shut down. You can see cars are taking it slow here as there has been snow buildup on the roadway, as well as some icy conditions on the roads here in Shreveport. In fact, we even have some roads. I-220 in Shreveport is closed in both directions, and I-49 is closed as well due to the icy conditions here in Shreveport. We've been monitoring these roads, and they've gotten progressively worse as the day goes on. Right now, it feels like it is 24 degrees outside, but it feels like about 11 or 12 degrees outside, so it's very cold out here. The precipitation has been freezing on the roadways, and especially here on I-20. where it's been shut down and no cars have been driving on it for about 2 hours, has made it a little bit difficult for these drivers. But DOTD crews have been out here and have thrown salt or sand onto the roadway to make it a little bit easier for those drivers out there this morning. Reporting in Shreveport, Nicolette Schleisman for the Raycom News Network.
Remember, you can get winter weather alerts right on your phone with the free First Alert weather app. We're also updating our list of closings and cancellations at msnewsnow.com. Let's take a look at the conditions now live back here at home.
Yeah, I-20 at the Mississippi River Bridge over in Vicksburg is what we want to show you now. And as you can see, folks are moving along nice and slowly as they should along here, but the snow was falling throughout there this morning. It's still coming down right now, and it's going to continue. Is that right, Michael?
That's right, and we're tracking that band coming in from Vicksburg, still extending back in Louisiana. So we're not finished with this just yet. That means the roads will continue to maintain icy conditions here, not only this evening, but well into tonight and tomorrow. I'll have the latest forecast and details on this situation coming up next, so stick with us.